I thought I had everything figured out for this challenge, my routines, my goals, down to my transformation plan. But then 3 weeks later, I completely went off track. The frustration was real, and the disappointment was even worse. In this video, I'm going to show you how I got back on track and how you can too. So I lost track on Wednesday, January 15th, 2025 to be exact. Since this year started on a Wednesday, I scheduled all my weekly resets to be every Wednesday from 8 to 10 a.m. So I had just finished filming episode 1 of this series the day before. So the next thing on my list was to edit, upload, do the final touches like write the description, timestamps, all of that. Pretty easy, right? Wrong. Oh my god. So I woke up at 5 a.m. on schedule, of course, but I was in pain. I had just gotten my period. And my cramps are no joke, by the way. All I could do was just hop in the shower and get back in bed. And I spent the rest of the day in bed napping. Yeah. So in between my naps, I started rewatching Sex and the City, but I just couldn't help but feel disappointed in myself. Like my period comes every single month. Would I always postpone my work until I felt better? So because I had all my notifications scheduled on my calendar, they kept popping up on my screen as I was watching Sex and the City. It felt like my schedule was mocking me, like, so what are you going to do about it? And I think what really stung was the fact that I had been doing so well in the past couple of days, like checking almost everything off my habit tracker. Like I really had that momentum going. And I thought I had pushed past that initial resistance, when you're starting to build a new habit. And I had honestly even started to celebrate my progress, by myself, of course. But I thought I was way past that. Turns out I wasn't. So before my period, I had seen some videos about seed cycling on TikTok. And seed cycling is where you incorporate certain seeds into your diet, and they are gonna help ease the symptoms that usually get you off track. Like for me, it was the cramps, and if I had bought and incorporated these seeds into my diet, I would not be in that place. And I remember promising myself after my previous period that I was going to do it, but of course I didn't. And I was not going to do it on my period. Like the last thing I want to do on my period is to leave my bed, leave alone running errands. I just couldn't help but feel disappointed. I felt like I was failing, like I was letting myself down. I really struggled with my self-talk on day 1 and day 2 of my period. Honestly, it really helped that I was rewatching Sex and the City. It had the episodes I was watching at this time were about Carrie's and Big's relationship, and I remembered all of these breakdowns I had seen on TikTok about their relationship. And the girls were really hard on Carrie, but I kind of sympathized with her because I used to date men that were emotionally unavailable. And while working through my attachment wounds, I realized that instead of criticizing myself, I had to show compassion to that self that was trying really hard to be loved, and give her this love so that she doesn't go looking for this love in an emotionally unavailable man. So this realization grounded me, and I noted that I had to apply this compassion to myself. So instead of seeing it as a disruption, I saw it as part of the process. It came about to show me how I can refine my schedule to align with my cycle. And what I realized the most from this was that it's not about perfectly following your routine to the T, this entire challenge. It's about compassion and flexibility, especially in the face of setbacks. Since my cycle is going to happen every month anyway, I saw this as valuable feedback. Amazing that I got it in the first month, because now I'd be able to adjust my schedule for the rest of the year and ensure that the new system works with my cycle. Okay, so here's how I reframed this setback as a learning experience rather than a failure. My cycle is a rhythm, not a roadblock. It is a part of my productivity. I can plan around it and work with my body instead of against it. Number 2, flexibility beats rigidity. A rigid plan is essentially setting me up for failure for when my energy levels changes, but an adaptable plan helps me honor my body and give it what it needs in that specific moment. Number 3, rest is productive. Listening to my body and giving it what it needs is just as important as achieving the goals, since it's all part of one system. I need to be well rested to produce the best quality of work. Number 4, setbacks are valuable data. Observing how my cycle affects my focus and my energy provides me with insights that I need to create a more aligned and realistic plan. 5, progress is not linear. The path is full of bumps and detours. Each step teaches me what works best for me. And finally, I am doing my best, and that is enough. Showing myself grace and compassion turns this into a journey of growth and not perfection. So instead of pushing through low energy days, I've built flexibility into my routine to allow space for recovery. In episode 3, I'll share a detailed breakdown of my routine that is now aligned with my cycle to work with my body and maintain sustainable productivity. I've also started a cycle journal to keep track of my thoughts, my energy levels, advice to my future self and whatnot. This journal will help me plan tasks more effectively and ensure that I really take care of myself during the low energy days, like during my period. Essentially, like, get the best out of every phase. I now feel mentally prepared for future setbacks. Instead of wanting perfection, I'm now adjusting my tasks to focus on progress, you know, because that's much better than perfection, because perfection isn't really real. You can't really reach perfection. You know, even the most incredible artists that have inspired you still watch their work and see mistakes. So I feel like perfection is an illusion, really. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're dealing with something similar, I hope this encourages you to keep going and gives you something that you might use on your journey. If you're a woman navigating the ups and downs of adjusting your routine to your cycle, please leave me some tips. I am clearly new at this, and I know the girlies have so many tips because we come from different cultures around the world, and every culture has whatever they use. So drop them in the comment section. Let me know how you stay productive throughout the month, even when you get your period or during your luteal, where your energy levels just start going down. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.